Bitcoin. Yes, the coin worth tens of thousands of dollars today, but it was once worth just a few cents. In 2010, you could buy 10,000 Bitcoin for just $50, an amount now worth hundreds of millions of dollars. This digital currency, once dismissed as worthless, has created some of the fastest and biggest fortunes in history. People who bought Bitcoin early became millionaires and even billionaires practically overnight. But how did this happen? Who were the lucky ones who saw the potential before the rest of the world? And most importantly, can you still get rich from Bitcoin today? Back in 2010, a programmer paid 10,000 Bitcoin for 2 pizzas. At the time, it seemed like a fair deal. Those coins were worth only about $50. Today, those same 10,000 Bitcoin would be worth over $500 million. That single purchase became the most expensive meal in history. Bitcoin didn't just create wealth, it revolutionized money. It operates without banks, governments, or borders. It's a financial system controlled entirely by its users. And for the first time in history, regular people had a chance to control their own wealth without interference. But Bitcoin's journey wasn't easy. When it was first introduced in 2009 by the mysterious Satoshi Nakamoto, almost no one cared. The world was still recovering from a massive financial collapse, and the idea of digital money seemed like a joke. Little did they know, this so-called internet currency would change the world. A few early believers saw what others didn't. These pioneers started mining Bitcoin when it was worthless. Some mined thousands, even millions of Bitcoin on their laptops without realizing they were sitting on future fortunes. By the time the world caught on, these people had already become incredibly wealthy. One of the most famous early adopters was Roger Ver, also known as Bitcoin Jesus. He saw potential when others laughed, buying tens of thousands of Bitcoin when they were still under $1. When Bitcoin hit $1,000, then $10,000, then $50,000, his wealth skyrocketed into the hundreds of millions. Then there were the Winklevoss twins, best known for their legal battle with Mark Zuckerberg over Facebook. Instead of sulking after losing control of their social media empire, they took their settlement money and poured it into Bitcoin. That decision made them some of the world's first Bitcoin billionaires. Perhaps the most fascinating story is Eric Finman, a teenager who turned $1,000 into millions. At just 12 years old, he invested his Christmas money into Bitcoin. While his friends were busy playing video games, his investment quietly grew until he became a millionaire before he even finished high school. Bitcoin's price history is a roller coaster of highs and crashes. In 2011, it jumped from $0.30 to $32 in a matter of months. Then, in 2013, it surged past $1,000 for the first time, shocking the financial world. By 2017, Bitcoin hit a historic $20,000, making early investors insanely rich. But the biggest explosion came in 2021, when Bitcoin reached $69,000 per coin. That meant if you had just $100 worth of Bitcoin from 2010, you would now be a millionaire. People who once ignored Bitcoin were suddenly scrambling to get a piece of the action. However, not everyone got rich. For every success story, there's a devastating loss. Some early adopters mined or bought Bitcoin and then forgot about it. When they finally remembered, their fortunes were locked away, permanently out of reach. Take James Howells, a man who accidentally threw away a hard drive containing 8,000 Bitcoin. Today, that lost hard drive is worth over $500 million and is buried in a landfill. He has spent years trying to recover it, but so far, he's had no luck. Then there's Stefan Thomas, a programmer who secured his Bitcoin in an encrypted wallet but forgot the password. With only a few password attempts left before permanent lockout, he's sitting on $200 million worth of Bitcoin that he can never access. One wrong guess, and his fortune is gone forever. Bitcoin has faced countless challenges. Governments have tried to ban it, banks have called it a scam, and critics have predicted its downfall time and time again. Yet, every time Bitcoin crashes, it comes back stronger. What was once dismissed as an experiment is now being adopted by financial institutions, billionaires, and even entire countries. El Salvador became the first country to make Bitcoin legal tender, allowing people to use it just like regular money. Major companies, including Tesla and PayPal, have started accepting Bitcoin payments. The world is slowly waking up to the fact that Bitcoin isn't just a trend, it's the future. But the real question is, can you still get rich from Bitcoin today? Many people believe the biggest profits have already been made, but experts argue that Bitcoin could still reach $100,000, $500,000, or even $1 million per coin in the coming years. If that happens, today's prices might still be considered cheap. So what's the secret to becoming a Bitcoin millionaire? The truth is, the richest Bitcoin investors followed one golden rule: patience. Those who panicked and sold early missed out on massive gains, but those who held on despite crashes and fear became insanely wealthy. Bitcoin is more than just an investment. It's a revolution in the way we think about money. It has proven that the financial system no longer belongs only to banks and governments. Now anyone, anywhere in the world, has a chance to build wealth just by believing in the power of decentralized money. In the next 10 years, Bitcoin could be worth $500,000, maybe even $1 million per coin. Or it could crash to zero. The truth is, nobody knows for sure. But here's one guarantee: the next generation of millionaires won't just come from Bitcoin. Artificial intelligence, space technology, and decentralized finance are creating new opportunities every day. The real question isn't, is Bitcoin still a good investment? It's, will you recognize the next Bitcoin before the rest of the world does? Because by the time everyone agrees it's valuable, it'll be too late to get rich from it. The world of Bitcoin is full of incredible success stories, shocking losses, and unbelievable opportunities. The question is, will you be part of the next chapter? Comment below. Do you think Bitcoin will keep rising, or is the best time to invest already gone? Let's discuss. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the real story of Bitcoin, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more eye-opening financial stories. The future of money is happening right now. Are you ready for it?